6C, division of fractions. Now, I said previously that multiplication and division of fractions was easier than addition and subtraction of fractions, and we're going to see why. So we already saw that multiplication was easier because we don't need a common denominator. Well, with division, the same thing. We do not need a common denominator. In fact, to divide fractions, we multiply. So if you're scared of division, remember, division is usually what people panic about the most. That's of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. People usually fear division. They think that it's the hardest. Well, what we're going to see right now is that when we're dealing with fractions, addition and subtraction are harder than both multiplication and division. And division isn't that bad because division is just multiplication. So let's take a look at this. If we have 2/3 divided by 4/5. So 2/3 divided by 4/5. Now, that may look difficult, but really, it's not, because what we're going to do is we're going to keep, change, flip. Or, as I like to say, we're going to keep it, change it, flip it, bop it. Keep it, change it, flip it, bop it. Pull it, change it, flip it, bop it, right? Keep it, change it, flip it, bop it. And you can just keep that in your mind, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep the first fraction just as it is. We're going to change the division to multiplication. We're going to flip the second fraction. We're going to take the reciprocal of it. 4/5 is going to become 5/4. And we're going to bop it, or we're going to solve that multiplication. We just turn division into multiplication. 2/3 times 5/4 is equal to 2 times 5, or 10, over 3 times 4, which is 12. Both can be divided by 2, so we get 5/6. And we're done. That's it. Division of fractions. Keep the first fraction as it is, change the division to multiplication, flip the second fraction, multiply, simplify if necessary. Keep it, change it, flip it, bop it. Let's try another one. 18/5 divided by 2/9. Okay, it's a division problem involving fractions. We're going to keep it as 18/5. We're going to change it from division to multiplication, and we're going to flip it from 2/9 to 9/2. Oh, now we got to do a bit of 18 times 9. Well, actually, I see something. We're in multiplication, right? One of the things that I taught you in the multiplication video was that if I can simplify at this point, I can. Look, 18 and 2 are both divisible by 2. So I'm going to make that 9 and make that 1. Well, that made my life easier. A lot easier to multiply 9 times 9 than it was 18 by 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 5 times 1 is 5. And then we simplify if we can. 81/5, well, we can turn that into a mixed number by dividing it. So how many times does 5 go into 80? It goes in 16 times. 16 times 5 is 80, leaving us with 1/5. Well, let's do another one just to make sure we got this process down, but that's it. keep the first one fraction as it is, change division to multiplication, flip the second fraction, multiply using the rules you would for multiplication, and simplify. Keep it, change it, flip it, pop it. 7/12 divided by 4/5. So we're going to keep it as 7/12. We're going to change it from division to multiplication. We're going to flip it from 4/5 to 5/4. Okay, now be careful because I don't want people making this mistake. Remember, when you're simplifying, you can't simplify across. You can't look at this and go, oh, that's 12 and that's 4, they're both divisible by 4. Cannot do that. If you have something in the numerator and something in the denominator that have a common factor, then you can simplify. So we can't simplify that, we'll have to multiply across. 7 times 5 is 35. 12 times 4 is 48. That's 7 times 5, so 48 is not divisible by 7 or by 5, so that's its simplest form. 35/48. And here you thought division was going to be your hard topic to cover, and actually, it's one of the easiest ones. So division of fractions.